My smarter half. Okay, so let me tell you about Phyllis. Phyllis is my smartphone. Yes, I named her. Don't judge. It felt right. She's sleek, she's shiny, and she knows literally everything, or at least she's supposed to. She's my personal assistant, my navigator, my social secretary, and my main source of validation. If I don't get enough likes on a picture of my slightly burnt toast, is it even breakfast? Phyllis tells me what to wear based on the weather. She reminds me when to drink water. Honestly, I sometimes wonder how humanity even survived before Phyllis came along. It's a genuine mystery. Phyllis is the first thing I see in the morning, before my own reflection, which, let's be honest, is probably for the best. Her gentle alarm, set to chirping birds, because I'm zen like that, wakes me. Then it's straight to checking emails, social media, and the news. All before my feet even touch the cold, unforgiving floor. It's like, if I don't know what's happening in the world, or what my second cousin once removed had for dinner last night, my day can't officially start. It's just a rule, my rule. Probably a silly rule. But a rule nonetheless. My flatmates think I'm a bit obsessed. Priya, they say you're going to merge with that phone one day. Haha, very funny. As if. Though sometimes, when I'm scrolling endlessly, watching videos of cats playing the piano, I do feel a strange tingle, like my brain cells are slowly being replaced by tiny glowing pixels. But that's probably just the Wi-Fi, or something. Phyllis assures me it's all perfectly normal. She even found an article that said so. See, helpful. The thing is, Phyllis is meant to make my life easier. Streamlined, efficient. She's my pocket-sized genius. I trust her. Implicitly, if Phyllis says turn left, I turn left, even if it looks suspiciously like a dead end or a very large puddle. Because Phyllis knows best, right? She has access to all the satellites, all the information. What do I have? Just my easily confused human brain. So obviously Phyllis wins every single time. Or so I thought. It was all going so well until it wasn't. It all started on a Tuesday. Tuesdays are usually fine, unremarkable even, but this Tuesday Phyllis decided to test our relationship. I was attempting to bake a cake, a Victoria sponge, if you must know. Very British, very sophisticated. Phyllis was propped up on the counter, displaying the recipe. Flour was flying, eggs were being cracked with questionable accuracy. My hands, covered in a delightful sticky mess, reached for Phyllis to scroll down, and then disaster. A tragic slow-motion slip. Phyllis, my beloved Phyllis, took a nosedive straight into the cake batter. Oh, the humanity. After a very panicked rescue mission involving a spatula and a lot of kitchen roll, Phyllis was changed. She was, shall we say, a bit cakey. Some of the batter had seeped into places batter should never go. Her speaker sounded muffled. Her screen was a bit sticky, but bravely she soldiered on. Later that day, I was trying to text my best mate, Chloe. We were arranging to meet at that new trendy place, the Quirky Teapot. I typed, can't wait for tea and chats. But Phyllis, in her post-batter wisdom, decided I meant can't wait for tea and cats. Chloe was understandably confused and slightly concerned for my sanity. The next ordeal involved navigation. I was meeting my cousin for lunch. A new restaurant, slightly out of the way. No problem, I thought. Phyllis will guide me. I typed in the address. Phyllis, still a bit doughy around the edges, confidently declared, "You have arrived." I looked around. I was not at a restaurant. I was standing in front of a rather smelly bin, behind a fish and chip shop. The aroma was not exactly fine dining. Phyllis, bless her sticky heart, was adamant this was my destination, the bin, my culinary destiny. I tried to reason with her. "Phyllis, darling," I cooed, "this is clearly not the Gilded Spoon." But she was having none of it. Her little blue dot pulsed insistently over the bin icon on her map. I sighed. Maybe the restaurant was the bin. Was this some new, edgy, eco-friendly pop-up? Unlikely. I eventually had to resort to asking an actual human for directions. Imagine that! A human! They pointed me in the right direction, thankfully. Phyllis remained sulkily silent for the rest of the journey. Probably offended I'd questioned her superior bin-finding abilities. My reliance on Phyllis was becoming a problem, a hilarious, frustrating problem. Take group chats, for example. They're meant to keep us connected, right? Wrong. They're a minefield of misunderstandings. Someone makes a joke. Someone else misses the sarcasm. Then Phyllis's autocorrect steps in to really stir the pot. My attempt to say, "That's so cool," once became, "That's so cruel." Cue 3 days of digital silent treatment from my friend Sarah. I had to send her an actual physical apology card with a stamp and everything. So retro, so much effort. Then there's the sheer terror of the scene notification. You send a message, a very important message, like, are we still on for Nando's? You see those 2 little blue ticks. They've seen it, but there's no reply. Minutes stretch into an eternity. Are they ghosting me? Do they hate Nando's now? Do they hate? My mind races. Phyllis offers no comfort, just those glaring blue ticks of doom. In reality, they were probably just, busy, or their phone was in their pocket. But my Phyllis-addled brain immediately jumps to the worst-case scenario. Every single time, and don't even get me started on trying to have a real conversation when Phyllis is around. She's like that needy friend who constantly interrupts. Someone's telling a story, and halfway through, someone else, often me, whips out their phone to just quickly check something. The flow is broken. The moment is lost. We're all physically present, but mentally we're scattered across a dozen different apps and websites. It's like we've forgotten how to just with each other, without a screen mediating the experience. It's quite sad, really, and also a bit daft. I remember trying to order a pizza online via Phyllis once. The website was a nightmare. Tiny buttons, endless drop-down menus. Phyllis's screen kept zooming in on the wrong thing. After 20 minutes of digital wrestling, I was about to throw Phyllis out the window. Why is this so hard? I shrieked internally. It's just a pepperoni pizza. My flatmate strolled in, picked up the actual old-fashioned telephone, remember those? Dialed the pizza place and ordered in 2 minutes flat. The irony was so thick you could spread it on toast. Burnt toast, probably. After the Great Bin navigation fiasco and the cake batter incident, I started to look at Phyllis differently. She was less of a genius, more of a slightly confused, sticky toddler. One evening, my Wi-Fi went down. Total catastrophe, right? Phyllis was useless. A brick. A very expensive, slightly cake-scented brick. I paced the room. What does one without internet? Read a book, stare out the window, talk to another human being directly? The possibilities were terrifying and also, strangely, appealing. My flatmate, bless her Luddite heart, suggested a board game. A board game with actual cardboard and little plastic pieces. It was revolutionary. We played, we laughed, we even, dare I say it, connected without a single emoji or GIF in sight. It was a revelation. My thumbs, usually twitching for a screen, were actually still. My brain, usually buzzing with notifications, felt calm. It was weird. Good weird. Like discovering you actually like olives after years of thinking they were the devil's eyeballs. Later that week, I went for a walk, deliberately. Without Phyllis. I know, shocker. I just walked. I noticed things. The way the leaves were changing colour, the funny little dog chasing a squirrel, the smell of freshly cut grass. Things Phyllis, with all her apps and alerts, could never quite capture. I didn't take any photos. I didn't check in anywhere. I just was. And you know what? The world didn't end. My social status didn't plummet. It was actually, dare I say it, quite nice. So here's my big earth-shattering realization. Phyllis is great. Sometimes, for some things, but she's also a massive distraction. A source of ridiculous misunderstandings, and occasionally, the reason I end up talking to bins. Maybe the smartphone isn't about the phone at all. Maybe it's about how use it or don't use it. Perhaps, just perhaps, the smartest thing to do is to put Phyllis down once in a while and look up or talk to a human, or even just stare blankly at a wall. It's probably better for my sanity, and definitely better for my cake batter.